You know, I kind of like traditional gear when I'm out. I like to enjoy myself in the woods, and you know, that means different things to different people. And for me, I really like using traditional gear, and I like to use gear that I actually made. So kind of a more traditional approach, more of a DIY approach, still using the same base layers, and I'm still using the same durable layer, but for like my outer shell, and keep in mind this is more for like a dry cold, that's why I kind of need to have both options. For like a dry cold, which I've found to be around, you know, 20 degrees Fahrenheit and below, it gets that nice dry crispiness, and it doesn't matter, the snow's not going to melt, it just kind of sloughs right off of you. Like I'll use a more traditional outer layer that's just a really tight woven cotton because I'm not worried about it getting wet. These are some Canadian military surplus wind pants, and these are considered windproof pants, but they're a cotton polyester blend, super oversized, so I can put them on as my layer over all my other layers. I've got that nice dead air space. It keeps your legs nice and warm. Oversized buttons, really easy to use when you have gloves on still. So I just really like these as part of my outer layer for my legs. So then for the parka, it's basically an anorak that I made. This is from a kit from Lower the North, my friends up in Canada. You would have saw Kylie on Alone season 6 maybe. But anyway, I had been getting stuff from them because they're up in Canada and they kind of know a thing or two about being in the cold. So this is a DIY kit that I bought. I sewed this up myself. So, you know, aside from being a functional piece of gear that looks pretty good, it's something that I did myself. And, you know, I really like that aspect of it. But this is just a really tight woven cotton. But again, this is something that I'd wear, you know, over everything as an outer layer to kind of break the wind. But of course, cotton's not waterproof. It's not treated at all. It's still very breathable. So it's a really great choice for dry, cold conditions. And that's why I really like this. It's a more traditional style. And that would go as my outer shell instead of the Gore-Tex for when the conditions allow for that. Actually, we'll talk about this. So this one, you know, kind of in that traditional style, you know, I like the wool beanie. It's really good. But I also like this one. This one I picked up from Alaskan Fur Trader, I believe it was. This is actually a coyote trapper's hat. And I like this one because it's big, furry, and fluffy. And I think we can all agree that it just looks really good, except for that part of his tail that's in my face. I think we can all agree it looks a lot better than the other one, but I can pull these down or I can fold them up and tie it up. So I kind of really like this. And it's extremely warm. It was probably warmer when it was still on the coyote's butt, but now it's on my head. Then you've got the beaver mittens that I made. You probably saw a video of this on YouTube, but these are bison hide and beaver fur. And then on the inside is actually a felted wool liner that I made. So I've got a layer of wool on there. And of course that fits inside here. So it gives me 2 layers. And these are extremely, extremely warm gloves. So you almost, unless it's really cold, you almost can't stand to wear them very long, but that's a good thing. Nice and tight. But these are, you know, my Chewbacca gloves, as my daughters call them, but these are extremely warm, really great for extremely cold conditions. And I really like this. These are, again, something that I made. So that's a more traditional approach to keeping your hands warm. I got this metal plate running right here. If that gets dented, my hair is just not going to look right. All right, so kind of with the footwear choices, this is a big question that I get. If your feet are cold, you're going to be miserable no matter how warm the rest of your body is. If the snow's dry enough, these are a much more comfortable boot. These are traditional Mukluks that I made, same kits, Lower the North, same as the Beaver mittens and the anorak. But you know, there's really nothing better than a pair of moccasins, in my opinion, for walking in the woods. And if the conditions are right to where I can wear these in the wintertime, then that's great. They're great for snowshoeing. They're great for everything that I like to do in the wintertime.
This tree is a symbol of the Griswold family Christmas. She'll say it later, Clark. Her eyes are frozen.